All right. People will be able to hear us talk right now, but I gotta go through and share this and such.
Okay. I'm sharing the YouTube link. That's good, right?
Yeah, go for it.
Instead of the Twitch. I sent the Twitch link to my sister.
Hell yeah.
There we go. And yeah, just like on the podcast, I'm not going to look at my phone or look at the computer at all, except for to look at the pictures. So I like doing that.
Hell yeah.
Man, have you? I've already watched the rest of the Wheel of Time. Like that's my usual thing. Is like when Charlotte goes skating on Friday night, and I gotta kind of hang out and wait for her between like 8 and 11:30. I usually watch Wheel of Time and take my notes then, and I've already done it.
Wait, you're just like in your on your phone you're watching?
No. I drop her off. She
Oh,
drives
okay.
up there. I drive back home, hang out, then go pick her back up.
Okay. Because I was going to be like, damn, dude, that's so tiny.
No. I have done that before, though, when I've been up in Captain's Cove. I've had to watch it up there doing that. Not had to. I chose to, you know.
You got to.
I got to.
You got to. Oh, yeah, you got to. That's how Iron Maiden sings. I'm kidding. I'm excited to like
the first singer did kind of.
I'm excited to like get into my experience with Iron Maiden because it is very little.
Oh, I'm excited to get into mine because it's huge.
Whoa.
It's massive. I have a lot of experience, a lot of backstory. I've seen them live.
A lot of EXP, you others would say.
Yes. Yeah. I'm high up there. I've done an Iron Maiden reaction video on YouTube that did pretty good at one point.
Whoa, what were you reacting to?
The most recent single that they put out, which was like from their most recent album.
Was it all like?
And I did not like it, and people did not like me. I got like a lot of shit for it.
Well, screw them. Obviously, Maiden sucks, dude. We'll get into it.
It was
we'll
a lot of
into it.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. I loved it.
All right. I'm just about done sharing everywhere. I don't want that to pop up.
I think as each album comes up, I'm gonna have a story for each one because
a shorty for each one.
I would, because I've been into it since I was like 10 or 11 years old, and it's like, you'll see. Let's save it for the cast. That's why I was thinking this might be a good podcast, because I have a lot of stories. I can go back and get the audio from YouTube, right? And I could chop it up if I wanted to.
Absolutely.
May I please? Do I have your
yes,
permission
sir,
to do
you
so?
May. Ooh. Oh, why didn't? Oh my God. Okay. That
This does help, right?
What helps?
Having the pillows behind me instead of having the open air behind me.
Maybe.
I've noticed a difference when I'm editing the podcast that my voice sounds better. I don't know if you can hear that on your end or not.
I'll say you got it, baby.
All right. Yeah, I'm a professional now. And I've changed your title in the podcast too. I say something like, I'm like, theme song and host. And then I say you're like host, rapper, and audio engineer. Is what I made your titles.
Cheer. R2 Shelby 2 is here, and I'm all done sharing. So, oh yeah, you guys can see us.
Hello.
Merry old
Where
land.
do I see the chat? Can I see the chat anywhere?
You can find it on the place. Oh, shoot. It's about to be really loud in a second. Oh, no. I can't turn down. How do I turn down alert? We might get a really loud bing, 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 bing. Maybe we won't. Or maybe it'll just scare me. Unless, fingers crossed, it just scares me.
Mostly speaking Sentai.
Mostly. You'll be able to see the chat over there, and like if you have the video pulled up. Hey guys, it's I don't like being scared. Too bad you're getting scared, R2 Shelby 2. Hey guys, my name's James.
And I'm Steve. Hello.
He's very off mic. He's, in the goddamn Mumford and Son. He is the son.
The seventh son of a seventh son.
Hold
I am
on,
here.
Hold on, I gotta. You all of a sudden got extremely loud.
Because I stepped up to the mic. When you step up to the mic, you hear the voice.
Even before that, you
yeah?
were not that loud,
Oh,
unless
it's
I
because
wasn't
my
looking.
phone is right there. I'm trying to look at the chat. Can you just read the chat to me if anything comes up that
Yes, I
pertains to me?
will. Yes.
Okay, I'm turning the
Wow.
damn thing off.
Wowzers. He's just like, I need to see chat, guys. People will chat us. It's fine. There's nothing we can do about it. Just pull up the Twitch channel. I think that's what he had, but he has his phone very far away. I want to see him chat.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to see the chat. All I see is the chat between you and me that says, "Are you ready to go? Here's the link for later."
Well,
Yep,
guys,
love it.
today, what are we doing? Actually, I need my phone because, actually, no. I can just pull open. Hopefully that didn't fuck up anything.
Probably did.
Oh, no.
Knowing you. Knowing me, actually. I'm the one who fucks everything up.
All right, hell
I don't know
yeah.
who's here
I
besides-
can.
Yeah.
I have I can pull open all of the Iron Maiden albums so I
Great.
can see them. Hey guys, what are
Same.
we doing today? Well, I don't know why we're doing today. Someone brought up Iron Maiden in shirts on Sweet Child of Time. Find it
That
where
was you.
podcasts are found if you are looking on Spotify, Anchor, or Apple Podcasts.
That's right. Yeah, I think it was you that brought up Iron Maiden, and then you just kind of off the cuff were like, "Oh, let's do a tier list," and I jumped on it immediately. I looked at the timestamp, and I was like, "You said it at this time,
yeah.
so it's in writing, it's in digital, it's digitized, so we're doing it." I got my Iron Maiden hat up here, which I
Ooh.
got the last time I saw Iron Maiden live. 'Cause yes, we have seen them live before. What kind of hat do you got?
I have a Godzilla hat.
Hell yeah. All right, Godzilla's metal. Everybody knows that.
Ooh.
Yeah, this one's pretty nice. And if I wanted to do the little snapback goofy guy, I got Eddie right there.
Goofy guy. So I specifically said because a lot of bands, when you see people wear shirts and they don't know it's a band, you're like, well, you're a poser. But I don't think that's the case with Iron Maiden because all their album covers are just begging to be worn as a shirt. So that's what we're going to do here today. We are going to try and look at each album and rank them based off solely how shirtable they are.
I was gonna wear my Iron Maiden Number of the Beast shirt to this thing, but
You should have.
I should have, but I did not. I decided to wear my Tell shirt because this is the same shirt I've been wearing for the past few days anyway. And they're a local Richmond band. I wanted to give them a plug instead. Iron Maiden doesn't need our plugs.
Nope,
I mean, Jesus.
It is.
So, I mean,
wait. Shoot, that episode hasn't come out. I was going to say the same joke I said for the Tell shirt that will be on next week's Sweet Child of Time. It's a good one.
You want to hear that joke? You tune in and you just fast forward to minute 52.
I've realized that Shelby, R2 Shelby too, and I have kind of the same joke mentality. Shelby, what joke do you have for that Tell shirt? And let's see if we are on the same wavelength. But
oh yeah, you didn't reveal your joke. You just talked about it. You didn't say what it was.
I haven't said it yet, but I want to know if
Just
Shelby.
off the cuff. What you got, Shelby?
Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this, Shelby. We have 31 album covers to get through and not a single, but wait, I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Never mind, Shelby.
We got an hour and a half.
There's also one DVD or video cover that I pulled. The other ones they didn't really have Eddie or things of that ilk.
There's hundreds of them, man. Like when I was talking to my friend Sam about this, hopefully he's watching. Shout out Sam. Hundreds. Like before they even came into my periphery, they already had 20, 25 different designs. And this is, back in 1984, 1985. Yeah. Their guy Derek Riggs, he designs all their stuff. Pretty sure he still does.
He does.
I mean, he's always done it. He's been like a member of the band, just like they say, like Martin Birch was like another member of the band. And I mean, they're a dedicated crew, man, and that Derek Riggs guys. Do you know about the Derek Riggs initials?
I
A
don't.
signature he puts on. He has a tag signature. He always has, and it's on every single Iron Maiden thing. And let me see if I can find one on my hat. It's probably better to find one on here. It's a really neat little symbol. It's a little skull face, and it stands for like Derek Riggs. It's a DR, except for like it's a little funny little. You know, you're familiar with the Grateful Dead "Steal Your Face," correct?
No.
It's like a skull with like a red and blue lightning bolt through the middle of
Okay,
it.
okay, yeah, I do.
It's similar to that, except for more simplistic, and it's I don't see it on here anywhere. So look it up, folks.
Steve F is in the chat now. Hit people guy. He's saying,
Hell yes.
let me go over to the Twitch so I can see
This
him.
is for Steve F right here, actually, man.
Oh shoot. Let me
That's one of the reasons I got this up here.
Well, let me say what he said before you just like start going.
Okay.
He said Senjutsu is probably his favorite, and then who knows what these two will decide. But it's just based off from album cover and how shirtable it is. Remember that.
Gotcha. That's the most recent one, then, right? Is that right, Steve F?
I don't know. And
I think it is.
then he said that I don't have your social medias within the title. The title's too long. We can't do all of that. Oh, you love the cover, not based off from... Okay, so he's saying it is the most shirtable.
I got something to say to Steve F about our socials. I've been following you for quite a while, Steve F. He don't follow back. Steve F don't ever follow back on Instagram.
No, Steve does. Steve. Okay, this is for real. I'm not kidding when I say this. When it comes to the Power Rangers tokusatsu community, or even at large, because I start seeing Steve is the most generous person and the most supportive individual I have ever seen on the internet. He is like when all of a sudden I started seeing him talking to R2 Shelby too. I'm like, he's like, hey, and it's also not weird when he does it. He is able to come in and be not just a fan, but a friend of all these individuals, all these guests we've ever had on Mostly Speaking Sentai. He is loving Comatose's new album, Boom Bap Blood Spat Horrorcore Backpack. He loves this stuff.
All that stuff at the end there, I'm not sure about, but the stuff before that, when he was saying the nice stuff about Steve F.
Hold on.
He said that on
hold
mic.
on.
Off mic.
I did not think Comatose would be in the chat, but he is, and I am unsure, Comatose, if Steve is. But Steve, that's the funniest thing that could have happened. Is
he popped up as you were saying his name?
He's like, wait, they do? And I don't know. I have not seen Steve in the live from Studio C chat saying, yo, man, maybe Steve doesn't like to be scared, and that's all Comatose does. He's playing Phantasmagoria, where there's a big old metal ball flying around, knifing people, and...
oh, man. Those things would be great for like chopping up some veggies and stuff. Put it loose in your garden. Those balls loose around in there. Hell yes, dude. Come back with a nice little tossed salad. Yes.
What you should, well, Steve, Comatose and I have a single coming out, so you'll want to check that out. But you throw, if you're trying to make just a chopped salad, throw one of those up, shink, and then
yes.
It's good. Also, Phantasmagoria does not have that ball. I know that, guys. I'm getting two similar sounding things mashed up together on purpose. On porpoise.
You're the 1000th person to get them mixed up. Don't worry.
Oh, do you want to get... It's 15 minutes into the stream. Do you want to get into ranking this first album?
It's only 8 minutes into the stream, but yes, absolutely. I want. This is what we came for, man.
Absolutely, 14 minutes. I can see on.
No, it's 6:08.
No, but we started early.
But
I can see the counter.
All right. Well, I cannot. So I can only take
also,
your word
like
for it.
we have to be done by like 7:30 because Nicole, it's currently a double dose of shit for her. It is free comic book day. She works at a comic book store.
Hell yeah.
So that's the busiest day
for her.
Yes. The busiest day of a comic book store. Plus, Chicago Comics is a few blocks away from Wrigley Field, and the Cubs are doing a double header today. So it is just the worst for her. So we need to be done in 2.5 hours. So when she comes home, I can say, what do I need to do for you, honey? I never call her honey. I call her like Scud.
I got to be gone by 7. I'd have a very hard out at 7:45 because I got to go with Charlotte roller skating.
So 6:45 my time.
Girl, I don't know. I guess. What time is it your time right now? 5:09?
Yes.
Yeah, so 6:45, and I wouldn't want to go that late. We're gonna call it at 6:30 Central Time, 7:30 Eastern Time. And how do you want? Do you want to start like alpha? Because this list is alphabetical. Do you want to start alphabetically?
Yeah, whatever is the first on there. The first one I got is Iron Maiden, A Matter of Life and Death. I'll slide this up on here.
This is a very. Oh, you got it on the screen for people to see?
Yeah, they can see very tiny because I just it would be too hard for all this stuff to be done. What's up?
I dislike this cover. I mean, first off, where's Eddie? Do you see Eddie? Maybe that's Eddie up top there on top of the cannon, I suppose.
Oh yeah, that's Eddie. That's Eddie.
I just immediately dislike this. This looks like a comic book cover.
That's what I love about it.
Okay, well, I'm low on the spectrum here.
However, the one thing about this is there's not enough like bleed to like kind of be a shirt. It would just be like, oh, it's square on there.
As a shirt, okay, yeah. Thinking about this as a shirt, this would be a great like dark gray shirt. I would like that. I would not sneeze at it, but I wouldn't.
Oh,
certainly would not be in my top 30.
Hey, Steve, all of them, all the files start with IM for Iron Maiden, and then it's A. Oh, yes. I was talking about Steve. I was talking to Steve F. Hit People Guy and Intro Void. That's how I will defer to you.
Yes, okay. As I waggle my finger at you, but yeah, I don't have any stories about this one because I'm just not as familiar with this. So, are we going to put this in a tier, or are we?
Yes.
How are we going to do?
So this is my list. I have for S, that means shirt it already. A is a fine shirt design, sirs. B for better know who Iron Maiden is at least, meaning if someone's wearing it, hey. C for, come on, you've never heard Number of the Beast? D for, dang posers. And F for, fuck you, I bleed for this.
Okay, meaning that the further down we go, the worse the shirt is, right?
Right? The worse that if we see, yes, but also if we were to see someone wear it who does not know, uh-oh. Socks just woke up, so I'm scared if he'll start punching me.
I want to see this. That would be true metalhead situation.
I would say this is like, come on, you've never heard of You've never heard Number of the Beast?
Yeah,
like
this is that's what I was thinking too. This is pretty low down.
Hell yeah.
What was C?
Come on, you've never heard of Number of the Beast?
Yeah.
James, are you gay? No. This is the opposite. Steve F clearly has never. This was the opposite of gatekeeping, which is, this is the only band I believe that if you have never heard of an Iron Maiden shirt or an Iron Maiden, you could wear one of these shirts, and we're just ranking them on if someone were to gatekeep. You know,
I don't know.
But yeah, I think C for come on.
I'm confused too, but this. I'm confused about the tiers.
I understand it in this fucked up skull. You're also not seeing the tier list right now because you don't have the stream open. But let's go on to the next one. The next one we have is Iron Maiden, A Real Dead One, which is probably a.
Yeah, he's podcasting. Eddie's podcasting here.
Oh, okay, hell yeah.
He's like, he screamed for me, and he's screaming. He's got his claws clutched.
Scream for me, Long Beach.
It's got 666 in the background, which we like. Oh yeah, I can find maybe Derek Riggs's.
Oh, speaking of that, I would love to see even if it's a short documentary about his work throughout all these albums, because he
Oh, yeah,
does.
that exists.
Oh, hell yeah, because he starts to play with
YouTube.
3D art in like the 90s, late 90s area, and I would love to
Yeah.
just figure out if he was like that was something I was interested in doing and they were down for it, but of course it didn't stick.
Yeah, they were there's multiple like YouTube like unauthorized documentaries about Derek Riggs's
Mm.
work where people get on there and talk about it and they're pretty knowledgeable. You know, you find the right one, it's compelling. But okay, we're gonna rank this. This is I would say this is not top tier, but
Mhm.
next what is the second to top? Tell me that you gotta tell me these until I get used to it.
Well,
What's
it's
the
just
second from
S,
top?
A, B,
Okay.
C, D, E, F, and then I just give
S
them
A B C D E F.
no E. It's like a grading system, but you put in an S. Or if you've ever played Monster Rancher, you played Monster Rancher, sir?
Not. I'm sorry. I would say give this a B. This is a B tier shirt.
So I think so too. I'm gonna say, or you want to know? Yeah, on a T-shirt. No, because it has the 666. I think it should go up a little bit more because anything with
That's as high as it can
666,
go.
I would say like, hey,
That'll be all of them.
no, not that. Last one
Predominantly,
didn't have it, did it?
probably somewhere. I'm sure it did, but not as predominantly.
Yeah, it's
You're
not
right, but
predominant.
I wouldn't base it on some digital sixes. I mean, it's a B. It's a B. I can't. You can't crank it
No,
up to an A.
no, but this is if someone is wearing this and they've never heard
Uh
of the
huh.
band. If they, but this at least they have a reason. They can say
I
like,
still stand
"Hey,
by it.
it has 666 in there. I can't. I was just at Goodwill. I'm a teenager looking to get into devil shit, and I just found this awesome. I mean, I did listen to Slayer, but if someone, I had this cool long sleeve Slayer shirt that was Jesus hanging upside down on the cross. It was rad. I wore it to Christmas. My Nana wasn't happy, but if someone were to just wear that, I'd say, yeah, that's fine. But Steve F says, Real Dead One looks pretty cool. It'd fill up a t-shirt well, and having Eddie be front and center is cool. Would you keep the bottom text or just keep the I think you take out the bottom text. If the bottom
Yeah,
text is
Iron Maiden
out,
fans would know that would be the way you could gatekeep because
okay.
real Iron Maiden fans would know what album this is from. The posers would have no idea.
Okay, all right. And then Comatose, live from Studio C, asks, is the merit on design strictly, or is there other criteria? It's just, I mean,
Aesthetics.
yes, it's aesthetics, or just like, is that, okay, he's good. Socks is scurrying and stuff. I think it's also based on just like how fucking cool. Yeah, it's just like how cool it is, and it transcends fandom.
Yeah,
Like,
that's right. Yeah, when you if you can see Selena Gomez wearing an Iron Maiden shirt, which
mhm.
one would it be? It would definitely be Number of the Beast. It would definitely be Peace of Mind. Might not be a Real Dead one. It definitely would not be that first A Matter of Life and Death one.
Mhm.
Selena Gomez would not be wearing that one.
Because
Let's
that
go on to the
also,
next one though.
but
Go
that's
ahead.
also
Sorry.
like a political statement if she's wearing that last one. Someone would try and string it that way. All right, next one is Iron Maiden, a real live one. This one's
Oh,
freaky.
okay. I don't remember this off the top of my head. Let's see. I don't like this at all. This is what you would see like a, I don't know. I'm thinking like somebody who lives way out in the country. Like this is a F tier, dude. Total F tier. I'm sorry. The face is goofy. Eric Riggs was trying something different here. He was bored that day, I guess. This
Uh,
is not.
Comatose is saying D tier. And yeah, this reminds me of, I don't know what horror movie I'm thinking of, but it's one that I see this monster and I say, that's
he's,
freaky, that's freaky. No, thank
he's
you.
the he's not the gatekeeper. He's the crypt keeper
Yeah.
in this one, dude.
You
His
think this
big
is,
goofy teeth.
you want,
Jeez.
do you feel strong that this is like, fuck you, I bleed for this?
I don't know what that means, but Comatose
Okay.
said a D, and I, as an Iron Maiden fan, say F. So the best it could be is a D.
Okay, you want to know what? We'll go F for this. It's our first F. This is not
Yeah.
like when I was ranking Digimon on sexiness, where most of them
We're
were
starting with
S tier.
We're starting with some real bad ones. I got to tell you,
All right,
not bad ones, but we're starting with the worst of the worst.
let's clean our palette and go right into the next one. This is the BBC Archives.
This is new to me. I've never seen this one before.
This one's
And,
dope.
I like it a lot because I'm a big fan of BBC, and they got the British flag right there. This is, and yeah, because I've never seen it before, this is automatically goes right up to either A or S.
All right.
Automatically.
BBC Big British Caucus. I would. This one makes me feel like I'm about to watch an 80s horror movie, like how it looks and everything. This is like if someone's wearing this shirt, take out even the Iron Maiden. This just design. You said S tier.
I do because I would be this would stop me in my tracks if I saw someone wearing this shirt.
All right, so you
Yes.
would wear this shirt.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yes.
I think that's also what we need to base this on. Technically, it is shirted already, meaning like, hey, if
Right.
anyone go to our P.O. box, it's
I keep saying that's great. Being silent is fine as well. Like you're looking for something. How do you mute him? Let me see if I can master the controls
James
here.
McCullum, Marshland Media, P.O. Box 180036, 2011 West Montrose Avenue, Chicago, Illinois, 60618.
60618.
Ooh!
I like that zip code.
And please inform me when you do that. Okay. Wait, is there a... Oh, shoot. I don't think there is an exclamation point P.O. box, is there?
Exclamation point? Hell no.
No. I mean, this is Twitch terminology, Steve. I just posted it in there. There isn't, but there should be. I will get that ready to rock for you, everyone, so people can find out that P.O. box. And please let me know if you send any. So that should also be like, hey, guys, if you own this T-shirt, send it to us. All right, let's get on to the next one.
I've never seen this one either. This
Whoa.
is Best of the Beast. It's got all of them crammed up in there. And again, how could this not be an S tier?
This is also the best of the S tier so far.
Exactly.
What's...
I mean, if there was a level above S tier, this would be there. This is great.
Hit People Guy asked...
I've never seen this.
Hit People Guy asked me what T-shirt size I am. I do not listen to Nicole. Nicole loves to tell my mom, ooh, he's a medium. No, even though I can fit into a medium, and technically that is my size, I fit comfortable. I feel comfortable because of my body dysmorphia in a large.
Exactly same here. Exactly the same. Large is, medium is probably better, but large gives me that looseness that I like.
Henry, come here. Come here, Henry.
Henry?
That's Socks' other name.
Okay.
He was
Henry
given,
Socks.
he had Socks, but Nicole said the first cat we get after Franklin, we have to name him Henry.
Yeah, I remember we had this conversation on Mike one time. That's correct, when I was on one of the shows. I was thinking, like, if this live stream goes okay, which so far it's not, but
yes,
if
it
it does go okay, then we should have our cats meet, have Melissa meet Socks. I think that'd be wonderful.
Okay. Technically, if it's doing poorly, we should do that because it's like, wow, no one is liking this. What do people like when pets are on camera?
I mean, there's a cat right behind you right now. So
Henry,
automatically, probably like 20 extra views popped in.
Come here.
Just knowing there's a cat on on camera. Mike? Get him on mic too.
Come here, Henry. Come here. Let me pick you up.
I'm going to the next picture, y'all. And
All
this
right.
is Best of the B-side.
Best of the B.
Please pop up Best of the B-side.
Oh, no. Best of the B-sides. This is...
I've never seen this either.
Quick question regarding this shirt. Is there ever too much Eddie? No, there isn't. But for this one, Best of the
They can have his
B-side...
balls hanging down there, too.
I think, to be honest, seeing this I have to put up that other one, a
What
real
other
live
one?
one or whatever it was. That's D. This is F. This is
That's
just.
correct. Based on that, this is F, and that one it bumps up to D. Congratulations.
It says Up the Irons. What does that mean?
Oh, he's giving the finger too. That's great. Up the Irons is like another album.
Okay.
Design. Yeah, he's
Well,
giving the finger. I like that.
but this is still F because it looks
It's
so
awful.
muddy. It looks
It's
like
awful.
a bad pumpkin. It has skin. No, his
He did this
ass
on
is
a
a
dare.
pumpkin.
What? It says something on his ass.
Yeah, Up the Irons.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. It just looks like red scratches to me.
No.
I think they were sitting around the pub because Iron Maiden is famous for sitting around the pub and they only hire their friends to be in the band and to be their roadies. They're like a real crew, soccer crew. They're really into soccer as well. And I bet you they were just sitting around the bar drunk as shit. Somebody dared Derek Riggs to do this one and he did it.
Yeah,
And they made it.
probably.
That's why they made it on the B-sides.
Ooh, baby. It's bad. It's bad. Do you want to just
Very
go on to
bad.
the next one?
Of course.
This cover was a drunken decision, Comatose says. Next
Okay.
is Book of Souls, the live chapter.
This is just middle of the road. I would give this a C tier because I would not wear this shirt. Definitely not.
But it
The
bleeds
flames and the red eyes are it's kind of corny. It's
but
corny.
it bleeds into a t-shirt so well, just a black
Sure.
t-shirt.
Yes.
I would give
No.
this B. Is that what you said?
I said C. Talk me into it.
Oh, look at how cool this guy is. There's nice shadowing. It's
No,
beautifully
yeah.
arted. Let's zoom.
Flames
Oh,
look-
and when you zoom in on it, you get a lot of good detail work in there. This is a high quality HD, and he's holding a heart in his hand.
If I was like a super redneck, I would get this as a back tattoo, maybe.
What? That's insane that it would be a tattoo.
I'm just kidding. I can see this as somebody, a dumb redneck's back tattoo. I can totally see that because you're right. The detail is wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, okay, I'm going with the B.
And Comatose was backing me as well.
Okay, all right.
I like it. I like it. Next, actually, no. Should I post? No. I don't need to do that. I was gonna post. I need to let. Oh wait, you guys can see him. He's right here.
Hi, baby. What's up, Henry?
All right, I need to
Henry
let him out.
sucks.
Hold on.
Okay,
And I'm not wearing pants.
we're holding on. I can vent for time.
See you, Henry.
I don't know. He's wearing his pajama pants. I'm wearing sweatpants. So yeah, we're all cozy. Except I got to take a trip up to the skate rink pretty soon.
Ooh. All right. So next one we've got.
A brave new world.
Whoa. Okay,
A
this one
brave new world.
is that the song?
Yes.
See-
No, that's a line
Oh.
of another song.
Okay.
An Iron Maiden song.
I listened to Iron Maiden in anticipation of this, and I was getting a little zooted while doing as such, and I was like, metal back in the day. And there's never been a good metal mix, in my opinion, because I come from a hip hop background, so I want like heavy bass and just
Sound
like
mix. Oh,
and
gotta
just
be happy with Iron Maiden then.
what?
I'm sorry. I was just interrupting and saying you must be happy with Iron Maiden then. Production is top notch.
No, it sucks. It's thin and
What?
disgusting.
What did you listen to?
Their early stuff, like even the remastered, I'm like, this isn't good. But then I was like, what? Then I switched over to Judas Priest, and I'm like, this is that shit. I understand why people think this devil dude is so cool.
They have the exact same production. They were buddies. They like went to the same studios. It's like they sound those Iron Maiden and Judas Priest albums are like the Comatose and like Marshland Monster. They're like that close together. They're buddies.
What?
Yes.
No. Comatose and Marshland Monster are not together production wise. Like it's two
No, I thought
different
y'all,
people.
like, done stuff together.
One
thought y'all done
song.
stuff together.
One song.
Well,
That it
okay,
would be like
Iron Maiden and Judas Priest have never done a song together, but they're like on the same peripheral. They kind of record out of the same studios in the same style.
do
Is
they
that
have
not
the same
correct?
engineer and the same mix engineer and same
times.
producer?
At times.
Well, their low end theory is so much better. Whoever the bassist is in Judas Priest, congrats, you finally did something good. I'm the same way with Kiss.
What?
I wish Kiss had something. Just they write fun songs, but their mix is so fucking atrocious. It's so thin. There's no bass whatsoever. I want something booming, granny, good and planny, but they just don't have it.
I'll direct you. You haven't heard the right songs. I've got to direct you to the correct albums and the correct songs. I can't on top of my head, no, but yeah, check your inbox. I'm gonna freaking bombard your ass.
Well,
Jesus Christ, we haven't even talked about this.
I'm gonna look. I'm gonna see if they have any of the same mix engineers or same producers, and then because what Judas Priest album was I listening to? That I forget the name of it, but I was like,
Defenders
this is
of
fucking
the Faith, Screaming for Vengeance.
No. It was like an early
Turbo,
one. But also, I love the sound of their voice. Like that's what when people parody metal from that era, they're parodying Judas Priest, and Judas Priest fucking slaps, guys. Iron Maiden,
correct.
2 thumbs down, but they're covers.
I don't understand. This is the weirdest opinion. It's like, oh, I love the Beastie Boys, but fucking Run DMC sucks ass. Their style is so stupid. It's like
you could say that, because if you're talking about any Run DMC, generally besides their last album, they kind of had the same feel. But if you go from Tough as Leather or Tougher Than Leather or even Raised in Hell, I'm sorry if I'm getting these wrong, but if you were to go from those, but then listen to Hello Nasty, those are two complete, or even ill communications.
You're right.
Those are so different.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But I mean, there are they went through the times at the same time together. Judas Priest's corniest stuff was at the same time Iron Maiden was doing their corniest stuff. Judas Priest was making a comeback the same time Iron Maiden was making a comeback.
Let me wait. God damn it! Let me find what Judas Priest album I was listening to, and then
I'm betting it was Screaming for Vengeance.
It wasn't. I would remember that name. Was I very high? Yes. Man, I was vibing out
track.
to it.
Are we supposed to be talking about Brave New World? Because I like this album cover with the city, and
Uh-huh.
I would wear this as a T-shirt, but I would say this is a B tier, by the way. B tier, Brave New World.
I think it's a fantastic cover. Comatose did bring up how it's square and it has clear cutoffs. But if the painting has more around the edges that make it not square, I think it would be very good. It reminds me a lot of the Frighteners cover.
A lot of horror, a lot of horror covers from the 80s had the face in the clouds. This is perfect. It's Eddie. I think this on a tie-dye would be badass, like the hippie metalhead. I love that.
What album was I listening to? Oh, Painkiller, I think it was. Was it Painkiller?
Oh, that's a very current one, which is a very kick-ass one. You're right about that.
I might have to bring up my listening it was Painkiller. Man, Painkiller's fucking rad, guys. Listen to that. 1990s.
We do have some other people listening here. So yeah, I can say when we're doing the Sweet Child of Time podcast and I'm trying to go through my notes and talk about Sweet Child of Time, and it always gets sidetracked by something. And that's why I like doing the stuff with you, because I like the sidetracks, but then I have the notes, and so I feel like I'm a prisoner of my own notes and I got to go back to the notes.
Yeah,
it's a fun act.
You don't gotta feel like that. Hey guys, real quick, is my voice and Steve's voice the same volume? I just want to make sure about that. I'm gonna turn you up just a little bit. Okay. Let me go. Komoto said it's like saying Dracula and Jason are the same. It's not. Hit People Guy said, which of you is Dracula and which is Jason? I'm thinking James is more Leslie Nielsen Dracula from Dead and Loving It. Komoto says it doesn't matter, just using for comparison and saying they're the same. Just in the same general category, but definitely their own thing. I am someone who I once told Lil Corey that if he was watching Degrassi, I think he would also enjoy Gilmore
One
Girls.
Tree Hill, Gilmore Girls. Okay.
And someone in the Joe from Hit It and Crit It was like, they're nothing alike. I'm like, I'm not saying they're alike. I'm just saying people who enjoy these things also would probably like those things. They don't.
That's what I'm saying too.
But wow, man, metal mixing back in the day sucked, and I just because I'm so used to bass, even like old rap music, when they're like, "Yo, man, we got that bass," and it's like, you do not got that bass, guys. It is.
I see your point, but let's
Mhm.
look at it like skateboarding. Back then, it was like the most hardcore, crazy thing to jump down 5 stairs and just do an ollie down 5 stairs. It was mind blowing. You
Mhm.
could do that. And now, of course, they're doing, 360 flips down 16 stairs to, back nose slide out something else. I
Mhm.
mean, things progress, but it doesn't mean you got to look back at that video and say, "Ugh, that dude sucked."
It's
Back in
still.
'82, that dude sucked.
It's so hard to. Okay, I won't say I'm not saying Iron Maiden sucks. I'm saying whoever mixed their album sucks. Yes, yes, yes.
That's Martin, the headmaster Birch, and he would come over here with a birch stick and he would whip you with that thing.
He
'Cause I
mixes
think that's what he
every
did.
album?
Up until sometime in the '90s. Yeah, it
Okay.
was always Martin Birch. Yeah.
All right. I'll give him another chance. I was listening on AirPods. Does that affect this? I'm fucking with you. I wasn't.
I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not a music purist in that regard. I don't know. I mean, I did grow up listening to vinyl. We're hopefully going to get to some of the album covers of the
Okay.
vinyl albums that I had growing up. So far, all the stuff we've seen is very current. Like
Mhm.
some stuff, like this next one, we're going to move forward to Dance of Death.
Wait,
I've
where are
never
we?
seen this album cover.
Where are we putting that last one?
I said it was a B tier.
Man. I'll agree. I think this is out of all the ones that I remember in my head, this is their best cover for, what's the name of it again? Brave New World.
Think it's the best one so far?
Yeah, I just aesthetically, I love how this looks. And again, it reminds me of the Frighteners cover.
I'm
But-
going to let you be the final judge where to put it because I still say it's a B, but I
I'm
do
gonna-
respect that you like it the best.
I'll go B. We do have Shelby in the chat saying, I gotta be honest, these all look like the same picture to me.
I can see that. That's what Heather says too.
All right, next one is Dance of Death.
This looks like a Stanley Kubrick Eyes Wide Shut kind of. I think it is inspired by such, right?
I have no idea, but this looks like art that KGP would have in the early 2000s.
Yeah, I can see that. I am not enjoying this. Like I was immediately like let down and a little bit repulsed by it as soon as I saw it. So this goes down on the Fs.
Especially because I know the people who would wear this. It's those hipster people who are like, oh, I'm into aesthetic and all that. Hashtag it on TikTok. And they would wear this because it is so atrocious.
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to say F, but it's much better than just his pumpkin ass cheeks.
It belongs on the same level. They belong side by side in the F tier.
All right,
I forgot about that one. I can't wait to make that my screensaver.
And yeah, Steve, it is an F plus. Next up is Death on the Road, and I really like
Yeehaw! Woo!
I like how Eddie's looking on it.
Edward, he's Edward and Son.
Undertakers.
Woo! Okay.
Undertaking.
I mean, I've never seen this picture before either. I like it, and the background work is great. I don't think it's. I put this in the B tier personally. I think it's as a B.
You want to know what?
What?
Let's go down to.
You want to throw it to the chat?
I think, yeah, chat. What do you think of Death on the Road?
It's very different than the rest of them. That's for sure.
So far. I would also say, like, so far in this, there's not a lot that are very similar to each other. We've got kind of the whole swoops of art
Ask
styles.
Shelby that. Ask Shelby that same question.
You said B for this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go B.
Yeah, because I like it, but I don't love it, and I
Mhm,
think it's
mhm.
better than average.
All right.
Ooh,
Without the
Ed Hunter. This
clouds, it would make a good shirt. Yeah. Solid B. Okay.
and with the clouds, it would make a good tattoo.
That's such a complicated tattoo, sir.
I've been watching these tattoo shows with, and we've been talking to. Have you looked at Annie Jean Lynn? Remember we had her on a
Mhm,
couple, the most recent episode.
mhm.
Her husband is like the most amazing tattooist. I had no idea. She's been talking about her. Yeah, he does this, does that, tattooist. Just kind of plays it off. You got to follow him. It's I think it's called Clumsy Surgeon is his Instagram handle,
Okay.
and he could do all of these tattoos no problem whatsoever because his work is amazing.
Ch-
And I wish I'd known that when I was talking to her because I've been like, hey, get him on the horn too. Why don't you?
We should I should get him to give me a hatchet man. You're like, he's so good, and you're just giving him a tiny basic ass red design. All right, let's do the next one.
This one surprised me. I've never seen this either, and this is intense.
This is Iron Maiden's Ed Hunter, which looks so much like what's it called?
I don't know.
Legacy of Kain style artwork. Like this is a PC game from 2002.
I hate that font, that Ed Hunter font.
Mhm, mhm.
Other than that, I like everything about it. Yeah, I dig this one.
Oh man, Comatose is saying F. So whatever we say, we're gonna have to.
I mean, the font gives the font is an F for sure. Um, I don't know. Yeah, the way that's designed, but the Iron Maiden small, Ed Hunter is huge and shitty. But I like the. I don't know. I like
Oh
the shading and shit on it.
shoot, I didn't even notice. It
What?
says on here. It says plus the Ed Hunter PC CD-ROM game. So
Oh,
this
this is a
is
game.
yes.
Okay. Well, that's pretty. The nerds would go crazy over this one then. So this one's got to. You got to give it better than an F in that case. I'd say a C because I kind of like it. Knowing that it's like a video game thing now, though, nerds would probably dig it.
It's the double album of Maiden's top 20 of all time plus the Ed Hunter PC CD. Man, we might need to play that on stream, baby.
I'm down, dude. I say D. I'm gonna go
Yeah,
with D on this one.
you dang posers.
I'm
All right, next.
looking at Edward the Great. I'm sorry you were gonna say it, but I'm saying it now. We're looking at Edward the Great, and I do not like that smile on his face. I don't like the way that Iron Maiden Edward the Great is covering up that wolf.
Well, that's a
Um.
sticker. There were not a lot of digital like quality versions of this.
Oh, I
This is
see. I
a,
see. I
I believe,
see.
a picture of the like an actual vinyl copy.
Kind of like it because it doesn't say Iron Maiden on the top,
Hmm,
so it's
hmm.
kind of like you have to recognize that it's Eddie. But that's the goofiest smile on his face. I'm not liking that.
I was gonna say this is S tier, but if you want to put it uh as A, I could see that. Comatose is saying it's fly as fuck, and it's S tier.
I mean, I'm not gonna knock it because I do like the wolves,
Even through
and
my
I like the color palette of it a lot.
even through my blue blockers, this is a great cover.
I'm just immediately focused on his grin, and that's just like a stupid
But
grin.
he's a cheeky bastard. He's like,
Ooh.
you got what's coming to you, chap.
Oh, we'll go S, y'all. We'll
All
go
right,
S.
I'm gonna put it above the BBC one, but it's that the best of the beast is still the top's bee's knees.
Word.
Next up is Iron Maiden's Fear of the Dark.
Jack White ripped off this album cover for Fear of the Dawn, and he did it like on purpose. Like he didn't rip it off.
It's
He homaged it.
homage.
Yeah, sure did. Um,
Uh,
I don't love this one either, but it's well known. It's a good album.
this
The
is Nightmare
tree.
Fuel.
Yeah, absolutely. If not SA, in my opinion.
Yeah, because like especially as a shirt, you take off the like all it would be is like the tree design right here, and then Iron Maiden on the side, or you put it up, and I think this is. You could see someone wearing this, especially if it doesn't say Iron Maiden. This is just a
Yeah.
badass, disgusting thing you're looking at. And like people who love cryptids would love this shirt. This is S. Oh, I did not bring it up yet for the audience. Would you say this is above Eddie the Great?
You saying me? Would I say this is above Eddie the Great? Edward the Great?
Yeah.
I would put it above Edward the Great.
Okay,
Personally.
all right. But that Best of the Beast. Shelby says, I love cryptids. Would you wear this shirt, Shelby? Google a better res picture of it.
When y'all say cryptid, y'all mean like those like, scary skeletons that have those dumb smiles and they have all the stuff. Is that right?
Well, cryptids are like Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster.
Oh, no. Okay, what this album cover reminds me of, I'm on the next album cover, but I'm going to go back to, we're talking Fear the Dark. Okay, like you said, take away the Iron Maiden, take away Fear the Dark, just leave Eddie on the tree. There's a Reddit group that I'm a part of. It's called The Pack. It's like _pack. And they'll take pictures like this of like a screaming skull looking menacing, or like riding a motorcycle, or like having guns in his hand. And they'll put ridiculous things on there. Like, my wife says my hemorrhoids are, affecting our bathroom. And I don't know. I could see this as one of those for sure. I might use this for a pack meme.
All right. Yeah, you're just in a meme group, sir.
Yes, that's exactly right. It has a focus, there's a focus around it.
All right, next one is Iron Maiden, From Fear to Eternity, the best of 1990 to 2010.
Comical. He looks like the Wizard of Oz. I don't know. I do not like this.
Well, you have a Wicker Man in the back with a castle, but then a tank, and then a man with a scythe. And it's a forest.
It's not a man with a scythe. That's Eddie. That's him. That's the dude.
That's a man with a scythe.
It's Eddie with a scythe. Be respectful now.
Edward Scythe. Oh, and then you got some screaming bodies being blistered in the background. Where? It's off to the right in the center, like way to the right on the border. Or to the left, to the left.
Okay. Oh, all right. Oh, I don't know. It still doesn't help it much. I'm saying not F, but I'd say D for this one.
I was thinking A with Comatose. So
A?
Yeah.
A?
Yeah, this is a rad design, man.
Okay. I will. Yes. Y'all have your way, and then we'll just see what else
showing,
happens.
Man. Your fogey is showing. You're like, anything after 1999.
No, that is not true.
I don't like
some of the ones we put in the S tier are some of these most current ones. So yes,
the S tier besides Edward the Great, all of the other ones are from the 80s.
But they're not. Tell me what's in the S tier.
S tier is Best of the Beast, which is all the old designs.
That's like 90s, yeah.
Then you have the Night of Dawn.
It's like 2000s.
And then, what? That's from 2000s?
Yeah.
Well, it's a throwback to hold on. Iron. I don't believe the fan. Iron Maiden. Night. Oh, wait,
I could be wrong.
What's the name of the album? Dawn. Dead. Fear of the Dark. That's I put Night of the Dark.
Oh, Fear of the Dark is a 90s album, yeah.
Okay, all right, exactly. And then the BBC Archives.
Oh, that's definitely 80s. I've never even heard
all
of that
right,
one.
yeah,
That's
so
new.
I do declare, eat my butthole, sir. Okay. Okay, you want to know what? We'll put that in B. Are you cool with that?
Wait, y'all wanted to put it in S. I wanted to put it in D.
We wanted to. Oh yeah,
I said A, and then we'll see how it stacks up with the rest of the A's.
Wait, no, I said A as well. You said this one in F, I thought.
I said D. I think I said D or C.
Okay, well, okay, then let's put it in B. We'll put it in B.
Okay, I'm totally fine with that. It could go lower, but B is fine.
And then I'll put
Okay,
it
I'm
almost to where that Fear the Frighteners looking one. Okay, next is just Iron
Iron Maiden.
Maiden, self-titled.
The first one, the original. This is the very first cover.
It's
And
S.
yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
I
We
mean, there's no,
do.
and this one, if you could see the windows in the back, there's like women undressing in the windows, and there's cats sitting in the windowsills and stuff. It's adorable.
There's women undressing. Oh my god. I
Yeah,
have a
and then the next one we see is Killers, which is the number one, in my opinion. It's the number one so far.
Okay, all right.
It's top S tier. Iron Maiden Killers.
I'm gonna be honest. It still doesn't stack up to because that best of also has this design in it. It's
Mhm.
just, especially for a
does.
T-shirt design. Remember that the
Yeah,
best of
this is a
that's
sought after
top.
T-shirt.
That's top tier. The best of the beast.
I don't know. For me too, this is the album that when I think it was 10 or 11, my mom started dating who is now my dad. He had a bunch of albums, a bunch of vinyl, and I was really into music. And this is one of the albums. This is the first time I ever heard Iron Maiden. Is I just found this album on vinyl, stuck it in, and it was the first album that I think I really connected with and
Mhm.
fell in love with. And that led me on to an Iron Maiden path. This is the album. So for me, this is it.
Okay, Comatose says Killers is poser material. I see all kids wear that shirt. So you want to know what? That is top tier. That is the whole conceit of this ranking system. Will people want to wear this t-shirt? They see that and they're like, fuck yeah, this is badass. It kicks butt. Hell yeah. Killers, top
Okay.
tier. Thank you, Comatose, for pushing it over. That little sentimental thing about some dad or some shit, I don't care. But Comatose saying children are wearing this t-shirt, 2 thumbs up.
I don't know. At first, you were making it sound like Commodus was like shitting on it, and that's why I was giving him the double fingers. I was like, "What are you saying?"
No,
But then,
okay.
like when you read the rest of what I was saying, I caught the drift, and I was like, "I agree 100%. No, these are the opposite of double middle
So
fingers. So that's what you get, buddy.
Comatose,
Which is that?
Comatose, we need to explain this again, I think. Uh it's if someone were to see someone wearing this shirt and it's like it's not even a good design. It's not good art. So you would see that and be like, "Oh, you're wearing that and you don't even know who Iron Maiden is? You're a dang poser." Like, I don't know who Leonardo da Vinci is, but if I'm wearing a Mona Lisa shirt, hell yeah, that's fine.
I'm not sure I understand the metaphor either with the whole thing,
Okay,
but
fuck,
we're
guys.
saying this
I
is number
thought
one
this.
so far.
It's just like how good based on art alone, not that it is Iron Maiden, is this a shirt design? You see it and you're like, fuck, man, I want to wear that as a t-shirt. And I don't even
This
care
is it.
if I feel bad for being a poser. No, you don't need to feel bad because it is okay to wear this because what's the guy's name who draws this?
Eric Riggs.
Derek Riggs did an amazing job, and his art needs to be seen on t-shirts.
Especially this one. Are we in agreement that this is the top so
Yep,
far?
this is the top so far. On to
Yes.
the next one. We have
Right.
Live After Death. This one's fucking badass, man.
Yes, it is. It might actually be side by side with the last one. This was another album that I by the time okay, Killers, I told you that was like, I found that in Joe's record stack. Then I went back and bought their first album. So I had the first two Iron Maiden albums. So then after that, from that point on, I was buying every album as it was coming out.
Mm-hmm.
This one in particular, this is the album that is the origin of Scream for Me Long Beach.
Scream for
That
me,
is
Long
from
Beach.
this album right here.
Okay, hell yeah.
And everybody agreed that the time this album was released, this was the best sounding metal live album that's ever been recorded.
All right.
Up to the time that
Mhm.
it was released, that is.
Okay. I'll based off from this design, I would say, hey, it's right before Killers. Maybe it peaks it over, but there's an H.P. Lovecraft quote on there, and that dude's a chud. So I would say it's right below the best of the beast.
Yeah, that's fair. Totally fair.
Because that I see someone wearing H.P. Lovecraft, but then because then I have to be like, hey, H.P. Lovecraft was like totally into eugenics, right? And they'd be like, oh, I didn't. Then I would be like, you fucking poser. You should be up to date on this bullshit, guys. However, people adapting H.P. Lovecraft stuff and making it their own, that is fine because it is now its own thing. It's so far removed from the individual. But a quote of H.P. Lovecraft, that is directly out of that man's mouth, not the characters and stuff he created. He is a cannibalistic humanoid underground dweller. Yeah, because he's fucking dead in the ground, baby.
Ow! Ooh, so what do you think about
what's
Stephen
the next?
King's It?
What about it?
I mean, are you a fan of it? Do you like it? Because it's very heavily influenced by H.P. Lovecraft, and he's quoted 1,000,000 times in the novel.
Oh, well,
H.P. Lovecraft.
I don't read. I watch the screen, baby.
Well, it was influenced by the man. I just didn't know if you were aware of that it was heavily influenced by H.P. Lovecraft.
But again, like people being influenced and taking what he did and making something good out of it, I'm fine with. But like H.P. Lovecraft as a human being, that dude sucked.
Agreed. We can't argue about that. Hey, what do we got here? We got Made in England, and I got Made in England as well, y'all.
Whoa!
That's the one I have behind me.
Hell yeah, dude! And the cover on yours looks way better than this like just poorly scanned in copy. This is rad.
It is rad, but I'm not trying to copy Howard Kramer. I agree with almost everything he says, and a lot of things he says is things that I've said before.
Mm-hmm.
And I am in such agreement about motorcycles. I hate motorcycles.
Oh yeah. They're very
the look
loud.
of them, the sound of them, everything. So that gives it a little point down, in my opinion. But I mean, it is. Yeah, somebody wearing that shirt. If I ran into somebody wearing that, I'd be 100% impressed, and I would love them.
I do. My opinion on motorcycles is like American motorcycle culture sucks because they're just all about like revving it. But I can't say like motorcycles all suck because it's so ingrained into like Super Sentai and Kamen Rider. Like Kamen Rider literally means like masked rider. He's a motorcyclist. And they're doing it because they're like, hey, not all of us need cars, fucking Americans. And I like that kind of motorcycle. But this needs to happen, Japan. Kamen Rider on a fucking hog instead of like a Kawasaki like dirt bike deal. Nah, man, get him on just a West Coast choppers. From those guys, American Chopper. Wasn't that the Discovery Channel show? They made that Spider-Man bike. Get them to make you and design you some shit. They're from that meme where it's like he's throwing something and it's like, oh, you don't know. You said it was good and no.
I know the meme.
Okay, you know the meme. Okay, it's those dudes.
Okay.
The version I see, he's riding a horse. Whoa, there's a version where he's riding a horse?
Wait, Eddie?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Komoto said... yeah, there's a version of him where he's riding a horse. Made in England.
That's what we're looking at. Okay, interesting.
I think
it's another one I haven't seen before.
The motorcycle, though, I think's better.
Okay, Made in Japan. This next one. I mean, look at that baby.
Wait, where are we putting Made in England?
Oh, I said I'd be hell of impressed if somebody was wearing this shirt. I would say A tier, not quite
all right.
S.
Yeah, and I think it would look good on a t-shirt. All right, next one is... Wait, why isn't this going over for me? Was I
Made in
clicking the
Japan.
wrong button? Oh, there we go. Made in Japan. This one's badass. It
Look at the
looks
simplicity
cool.
of that, dude. That's
Mm-hmm.
so like just it's S tier, maybe side by side with Killers because this is around the same era of Killers when they took Killers on the road and out toured that album. This is from that tour. So all the songs on Made in Japan are from Killers. They actually played some songs from Number of the Beast on this album that they didn't release until the next album.
Mm,
So having this album was bootleg, and having a copy of this was
damn.
you had some cred if you had that album.
I would say this is either bottom or like no, because I could see like a Mason O'Charzak if you're familiar with Marshland Media lore. You should listen to I'll Get There. There's a extremely funny story about this person I went to school with named Mason O'Charzak. I could see him wearing, and all his other metal friends back in the day, going out to skateboard, wearing this, and of course he would have cut it into a tank top and would have been looking nice. I think this is S tier.
Yes, agree.
Right below or you want to know what? I'm going to push it up to like past Edward the Great, below Nightmare Dawn or whatever that tree cryptid was.
Fear of the Dark.
There we go.
Yeah, that sounds correct.
All right. Next is
Legacy of the Beast.
A Night of the Dead, Legacy of the Beast. Yes.
What a gentleman here. This like Spanish style Matador, that cane, the gun. I'm not a huge fan of it, but it is a pretty clean design. I like it.
Especially for a t-shirt design, this is perfect.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, this is another new picture I've never seen before.
And you want to know what? To this, I would say, a fine shirt design, sirs. And
let's put it right there in the A's.
And I think
Sounds
that's
good
the
to
top
me.
of the A's. Top of the
Yeah.
A to ya.
No, yeah, that's good.
What we have found out, there are more top tier, like what I was saying, my point is being proven. There are more top tier designs than bottom tier designs.
Yeah, we started out kind of rough, but that was
Mhm.
just because of the alphabet. This next one made me drop my jaw because I've never seen it, and I love it. I've never even heard of this. It's called No More Lies, Dance of the Death Souvenir. What? Can you read that?
Dance of Death Souvenir EP. Yeah.
It's a weird title, but that design is crazy. I love it.
Put that on
I've
a
never
red.
seen it.
Yeah, because this is also a great design because like the orange or the red. I have my blue blockers on. I'm not sure what that background color is. Take that off, and then you can put that other design on a t-shirt, and it can be any color you want it. The shirt, I like it.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, it's bumped up to S to me.
And you take out
Anybody
the
in
no
the chat
more.
disagree?
I don't know. You think S for this?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I
also
love it. I mean,
it is just a Grim Reaper on like a cool design.
that's Eddie. That's Eddie as the Grim Reaper on a cool design.
But I'm saying if someone who does not know Iron Maiden, they would see that and be like, that's rad, that's badass, I'm getting it.
So that makes it an S tier, right?
Yeah, I think it's bottom S tier, though.
Yeah, I do
Okay,
too.
all right.
But I'm just so impressed by it. Like I have a couple of shirts like that. I have like 3 shirts that like don't have the band's name on it. Just has a design, and I get so many compliments on those shirts, and nobody's even aware that it's a band shirt. Just like you were saying, if this didn't say Iron Maiden, didn't say anything else, just that design, I would love that shirt.
Steve,
I'd actually prefer it. Yeah.
I just realized something. We can throw open a whole new ballpark. We should stick to shirts, but this would be an awesome. So you see the star design? Put that on a zip up hoodie, just the star design, or just the Grim Reaper like this on there, and on the back you have the full design.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Jesus.
This is one of the dumbest streams we've ever done, and for some weird reason it's good.
I love it.
All right.
I'm not even judging us. I'm just having fun.
Next up is Iron Maiden in prayer for the dying. No prayer for the dying.
No prayer for the dying. People seem to like this. It's like the live after death. This is like their next live album they put
Okay.
after that. So it looks very similar, except he still has hair. I can see people loving this, and I don't love it. I would say it's an A, but I think I would be ready for somebody to disagree.
I'm close to because how you're describing it. It would be a pretty badass shirt, but I can see. We've said shirt so many times in the last hour.
We're gonna get flagged.
Oh,
These
man.
guys are selling shirts.
Big tank top is coming for us because we're talking about tees over here. I would say, let me pull this up. I would say A and put it above Made in England.
Yeah, that's fair. Not made in Japan now.
No, that's S,
tier,
baby. All right.
All right.
Next is Wow Man Power Slave.
Power Slave. This is it. Like when this album came out, it blew my mind because it was so much different than the Iron Maiden before it. But it was in that cover. Eddie's now a god because this is the first time they portrayed Eddie as like this, like a deity, like a god, an Egyptian god. That pyramid, the way it's like. I mean, yeah, maybe the top shirt, maybe.
This makes me want to listen to the album, and for a shirt, hell yeah, it's awesome. I put it after Made in Japan, but below. No, you want to know what? It's better than that. Do you think it's better than what was that, Live of the Dead or whatever? That one where he has like a thing, the HP
Live After Death.
Yeah,
where he's like, I think this is better than Live After
all right.
Death.
What
just
about
because of the symmetry of it?
Is it better than Killers, though? No, that has to be because someone in the chat said children wear this. Is it better than the Beast of the Best of the Beast?
Yes.
All right. It's number 2,
is.
guys.
And I wanted to say something else about it, too. Oh, yeah. The music in this album, again, it's mixed beautifully by Martin Birch, who's a wonderful engineer. And all the albums have, all the songs have like an Egyptian feel to them, and they're all about pharaohs and Egypt and the Round of the Ancient Mariner. And it's one of the best concept albums ever. In my opinion.
Did you watch Metal Lords on Netflix?
I don't. What is it? Like a documentary?
No, it's bizarre because it's a new movie about a teen who's really, really into metal. And
this is new.
Yes.
No, of course I haven't seen it if it's new.
Yeah. You should watch it. It's a very good coming of age coming of age movie, but I find it so weird because it is someone today just so into metal. I was like, this seems very like it's set in modern times, and that's the only weird thing about it. But the rest of the story is fucking great. Watch Metal Lords. I
will. I'm watching Killing It right now.
Yeah.
And I, don't really watch a whole lot of stuff, but I wanted to say that I was a Boy Scout leader. My son Caleb's 25, and so like we started Scouts when he was like 5 or 6, and as the kids started getting older, it was the same group of kids. We get new kids in every now and then. When they got around 10 or 11, Bryce, who's the kid in Telltale. Remember we played Telltale, the pop punk band?
Yeah.
They're touring right now. I'm going to go see them in a couple weeks.
Hell yeah.
The Bryce and Peter and Jack and all these guys started getting into old Black Sabbath, old Iron Maiden, Led Zeppelin. Not from me, but then of course they started to recognize that I was listening to the same stuff too, and that's around when we started like bonding musically, and that's what these kids were into was like old 70s, 80s metal, and it was a shocker that me and the other parents would all like scratch our heads too because they were also into hip hop and pop and drums and bass and everything you can imagine, but they love that metal and Peter's still doing that.
The aforementioned Mason O'Charzak and all his friends, they were just wearing AC/DC Black Sabbath shirts every day. They loved Pantera. I guess Pantera is a little bit, in 2003 would have been a little more what's the word?
Underground.
Uh,
Little more underground, I guess. A little more hard, or
but still contemporary of the times opposed to Black Sabbath.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was unusual for these kids to be listening to the stuff that they were listening to,
Mhm.
but they were representative of huge swath of kids that were doing that. They were just the
All
kids
right.
that were in front of me, you know?
Then I guess Metal Lords has merit, guys.
Hell yeah.
All right, let's
This
get on
next one.
to the
Yeah, I
next
was gonna
one.
say we're going to I'm trying to stomp all over you, man, aren't I? I think I'm the host, but you're the dude here, man. Jesus, I'm sorry.
I think if you take out the like real like it's this one is Rockin' Rio. Oh, we don't have a lot of covers left. Hell yeah. This is Rockin' Rio. I think if you took out because it's blending in artwork with real photography. If you took out the real photography and it was just this weird, freaky looking cloud, a little bit better, but this might be F tier. No, I like the cloud, so I think it's D tier.
I think it's D tier, but for the opposite. I think you get rid of that cloud. You drop down the Iron Maiden so it's right above the concert, and you make a lot. That's a fantastic live concert. Just take out the goofy face, but leave the
Mm-mm.
clouds, and I think I like that. That's me.
Sorry. Gonna disagree. All right,
Sorry.
let me reshare this on Twitter. Let people know we still live, baby.
Okay. Is anybody? I don't know. I can only see you. I can't see any chats. I
Uh,
can't see.
no
I guess
one
my
yet.
sister hasn't joined, huh?
No one yet.
No one's
Not.
watching.
I mean, no chats as of recently.
Okay.
All right, let's
No
go
one.
on.
No one's tuned in.
To
This is Steve F.
yep, and yeah, this
Yeah.
because it's
S
also
tier.
it's a black background, so it would work great on any T-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is
one of the
S.
most. This is one of the most recent ones. This is the most recent one that I know of, actually, and it's absolutely S tier. So that shows you right there. I'm not Mr. Old
Okay,
School.
all right.
Uh,
This is Senjutsu for anyone curious. But where does it go on the S tier?
I would. It's almost a slight homage to like Made in Japan
Mm-hmm.
in a way. It's below Made in Japan. It's below Power Slave. It might be above Live After Death. I think it's above Live After Death. I hope Steve F doesn't kill me for saying this because he's probably like, "It's the top, dude. It's the top."
Well, then Live After Death, we need to push down because Live After Death is currently like our number 4 in that area.
Oh, Live After Death is above Power Slave.
No. It goes
Okay.
Killers, Power Slave, Best of the Beast, Live After Death, then the Freaky Tree one, Made in Japan, then Senjutsu.
Senjutsu should be further up.
Okay.
Up by at least next to or above Live After Death.
All right,
in
we'll
my
put it
opinion.
above. I'm cool with that.
All right.
All right, on to the neck one. Whoa. Next one is
Everybody's seen this one.
Son of the Seventh Son.
Seventh Son of the Seventh Son.
Oh.
This was the album that they lost me. I was still buying every album when they came out, and this album disappointed me to no end. I go back and I like it now, but at the time it was a real disappointment. I didn't like the cover. I didn't like the art. I didn't like anything about it. So I would put this in I'd say because people love it. This put them in the mainstream. People love it. So I would put it as like a B tier just to be nice, but personally I'd put it lower.
Okay. We got to dissect this cover real quick. You have lights hanging from the sky. That's really cool. Awesome. It is Eddie, who is just from his titties up skin, and then he's holding onto a baby covered in a placenta. that's attached to one of his ribs through an umbilical cord. His heart is an apple, maybe? Then it goes into his spine that touches down to water, but we are currently in the Arctic, it looks like, and in there, you see on the side that it's rippling water, but that water is actually ice because you can see in the bottom left corner that it's broken into. This has depth. I love the feel of it. We are talking placentas, and or I guess maybe it's talking. I don't know. Shelby asked that. I think. What did you think this was?
I said B.
I want this as a shirt. So I'm going to say A, and I'm going to fight that it's better than all of these besides the Iron Maiden, the like one where they were live in Mexico, and because that's just
Fair.
a great shirt design. But this design, I'll put this on like a blue colored shirt. Ooh, baby.
I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, like I said, I mean, I have to be fair. It's well loved and it's well done. Just for me, it just has a stigma to it. But yeah, totally. I'm definitely with that.
Hell yeah. All right, next up is Somewhere in Time. Holy shit, do I love this one.
Yeah, this is their sci-fi era. This was like I think like their 6th album, right before Seventh Son. So somewhere in time, they started doing some different stuff, and obviously this artwork was just the last album before this was Power Slave. So you go from Power Slave to this. Whoops, excuse me. And it was just a big dynamic shift, and I thought it was great. I loved it. I didn't love the music as much, admittedly. I loved the feel of this new stuff and this new artwork. I think he took a risk, and he should be rewarded for it. This should be an S tier shirt somewhere in the top 8.
I'm gonna be honest. I would. We already said Killers is the best because of like children liking it, but that Power Slave is just good on all levels.
Yeah.
I think this is number 3. It's under Power Slave because anyone would love
under Power
Power
Slave.
Slave, and. But this is my jam, and if I wanted a poster of something, of any of these, it would be Power Slave. Power Slave would just be, like, cool, but this one I want the most as a poster.
Oh, so you're saying this would be higher up for you then?
Yes. If
I'll allow it.
If it weren't for Comatose, what he let us know about children wearing Killers, this I would say, this I want on a t-shirt. Shirt me already, baby.
Yes.
The one thing I would like for, I don't think they should have put Iron Maiden on the like right top up. It should have just been Somewhere in Time, and the glimpse of OR or IROAM on the side on graffitied, that should have been the only signifier that this is an Iron Maiden album, and that would have been a very nice choice for them to make.
You know what also you're not seeing is when these albums came out as vinyl albums, you would open this up and there would be like off to the left a whole nother background.
Whoa,
Like,
hell yeah.
Almost every Iron Maiden album you see that we've been looking at so far, you're only seeing half of what's there. Of course, the other half is just, background stuff, but it's always badass.
That's so dope. I love when comic books do that.
Yeah, right on.
All right, next up is The Book of Souls.
I'm not a fan.
Same.
I don't know. I
mean,
it's fine.
But for a shirt, I think it's like, come on, have you ever heard of The Beast?
Yeah, no shit.
I think this is C.
Yes. I was thinking C or D.
Yeah, but would you rather have this on would you rather, if you went out in public, would you rather wear this or the one where it's like a bunch of tanks?
This.
Okay, all right, so that's going above the tanks. All right. Do you want to because the tanks was our first one? Do you want to reevaluate where the tanks go?
Yes.
It's
Let's look at it again.
currently on C.
Doesn't matter of life and death, right? Yeah, it deserves a C. Like,
Okay, all right, we'll
is,
keep it
it's
there.
not-
We'll
it's
keep
not
it there.
terrible. It's not terrible.
All right, next. Whoa, Zers, the Final Frontier.
The Final Frontier. I'm not seeing that.
That's the next one.
I lost my place because I navigated away. Okay, here we go. The Final Frontier.
I mean, this is my type of shit, though. Like, you have
I've never seen this.
you have to understand. It's as if like someone was like, "What would James like on an Iron Maiden cover?" Okay, well, he wants a comic book. Comic booky indie cover from like the early 90s. Okay, give him somewhere in time. Okay, it's now 2009. What would he like? Hey, the Final Frontier. Like if I was flipping through dollar comics when I first started getting into comics, this kind of cover would have captured my eye and I would said, I need to buy this for $1.
Man, I'm judging myself because only 2 album covers have made me like laugh uncontrollably, and this is one of them. So it needs to go down. I mean, if I'm looking at it and I'm laughing and I'm a huge Iron Maiden fan, that's a bad sign.
Okay, better know who Iron Maiden is at least. Come on, you've never heard. Is it B, C? Would it be Ding Dang Posers?
Yeah, let's say Ding Dang Posers.
Oh man. Okay, but it's the best out of the Ding Dang
Oh, whoops.
Posers.
Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. What's up?
See me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, great. Hello.
Wait, can
Yeah, I navigated
Okay.
away and I kind of freaked out for a second.
all right.
Had a little panic attack.
We have 4 albums left, sir. It's the number of the beast, baby.
This is it. This is my shirt I was gonna wear. I told you Killers was already there for me. I went out and got their first album, so that was already there for me. This was the one I was waiting for. And I got this for my birthday. I think it was like my 11th or 12th birthday, depending
Whoa.
on whatever year this came out. That's what I got for my birthday that year. And I sat in my room forever listening to this. And look at that. Like, not only is Eddie controlling the devil, but the devil is down there controlling like a little tiny little metalhead. Do you see that?
Yeah.
I mean, this number one, I don't know. I mean, it's a contender for number one.
Okay, this came out in how old were you in 1993?
This did not come out in 1993.
82.
I'll be 10. Yeah.
All right. Then whoa, so even earlier than you thought. This I wouldn't say okay, we need to start delegating things to A because I'm running out of room in S.
Well, this is not going to A. This is up in S.
That's why I'm saying we need to so
Tell
I
me
think
what's in A.
the BBC one I think needs to go down to A, but the top of the
Yes.
A. But I don't
I
think
agree.
it's not a better shirt design than that Rio one. Or not Rio, the Mexico live one. So that's going down. So where do you think
Yeah, that should absolutely go down. Yeah. to A.
where does Number of the Beast go?
Either neck and neck with Power Slave, somewhere between Killers and Power Slave.
I'm gonna fight for it to not go above Somewhere in Time or whatever the fuck that one's called because that one's so. I think it's number 4.
So you think this is slightly below Somewhere in Time?
But you want to know what? Somewhere in Time as a shirt design, no. It's number 3. It's number 3.
Yes, because that's my shirt. That's the only Iron Maiden shirt I currently have. So
Well, you got to get more, baby.
I've had them all. I'm done buying Iron Maiden shirts.
All right. Well, next up is Peace of Mind.
This is another classic. This is the one that had us all talking in middle school, man. Jesus. Yeah, because this is an album that's super well mixed. This is one you should be listening to as well.
All right, I'll listen to it, and I will come back to you on.
I mean, you're probably not gonna like any of it because it's I can see from a certain point of view or a certain angle how it's like it's not great. But from my perspective, it's like the best thing in the world. It's what I grew up on. So of course I like it. I was very impressionable at this time in my life.
I should also say if I were listening on like speakers, I might have a different opinion on a lot of these.
Right.
But like in headphones, I like the like bassiness and like really coming through. But if it's on vinyl on our like nice surround sound that I can't use because we live in an apartment building, I might have a different feeling towards them.
Yeah, I was listening to them on vinyl as they were coming out. Joe, my dad had a really good stereo system, so it wasn't just some cheapy, shitty thing.
Hmm.
But I always had to listen with headphones, and we had nice headphones in the house too.
Hmm.
But yeah, no sound was allowed in the house past a certain point. Like not even going to the bathroom was allowed, and silence was to be had. So like headphones were a necessity with me and my sister. So I was listening to a lot of this stuff on headphones. I got to admit, but they were good headphones.
Hmm.
I don't
Hmm.
know. I
They
don't know
were
what
like,
my point is.
if you need to fart, you fart into a dampening pillow.
It was rough, dude. It was rough.
Where do you think
Peace
this
of
should
mind. I mean, I love it, but it doesn't need to go as high. It's S tier. Do you agree it's S tier
go? Yeah, but then
or
we have to
not?
bump more stuff down.
Yeah, I would bump something. I would bump something for this. Absolutely.
I still think, even though it's such a weird one that like No More Lies or whatever it's called, so then we have to bump down the original Iron Maiden album.
Yeah, I would bump down No More Lies before the original Iron Maiden
Okay, all
album.
right, we'll bump that one down, but we'll put that above the Mexico one.
Yes.
All right, so where on S do you think this? See, and my point is proven. There are more S than any other category.
Absolutely. This dude Derek Riggs kicks ass.
Uh-huh.
This goes below Power Slave. This goes below Number of the Beast. It goes below Killers.
You want to know what? I think this is rested at number 5 in between Somewhere in Time and Best of the Beast.
Okay, I'm with that.
Because this is a nice looking design. It reminds me, I don't remember what
Clean.
comic book it is, but it reminds me of someone's art, and I wish I knew whose.
Oh my God, the gatefold for this album is like he's like in that mental institution, and like when you open up the album, there's like an open window, like with the curtains flying out. So it's like, oh, he got away.
Okay, hell yeah. I thought you were
It was
going to, like, it opens up and it's Parliament on the other side. Am I right?
Oh, am I right? No, they always just gave the shit to the queen. They're always,
Mm.
dissing the queen a lot. That was their target.
All right,
We only
then
got 2 left, and this is perfect timing because I got to leave at 7:30, and this is it.
All right, next.
Um,
Ooh, this one's weird, but I like it.
Same. This is new. What's it called?
I'm
The
the
X
X
Factor,
Factor. Oh, no,
okay.
yeah, never mind. The I am means Iron Maiden, you stupid ass James.
I'm the X Factor.
I love this album. Look at Eddie. He's saying, I'm the X Factor.
He's adorable.
I would say
that goofy smile.
this is like B. You want to know? I like this. It reminds
I
me
don't.
of like Midway covers, the
Ooh,
gaming company.
yeah. I
But
see
like
that. I see a pinball machine out of this.
it's the good version of Ed Hunter.
Yeah, I guess so.
So
I'm not a fan, so I think it needs to go down in one of the lower letters. I'd say a B or a C,
okay,
perhaps.
hey, it's bottom B. We'll go with that.
Bottom base. All
Because
right.
that's where I had it. And then finally, last one, Virtual 11.
This is stupid. Virtual. I guess this is their 11th album. I'm not aware of this one. This is probably when I look at that guy with the VR set.
Yeah.
Sitting on the edge of. He's out in nature and he's got a VR set on. This is
Yeah,
bad.
you want to know what? Yeah, that's stupid. That's real. Oh, wait, you want to know what? Maybe that's that's the virtual reality he is seeing, but he's in hell. I want to take it like that, because if it's just like, oh, kids these days are just always on their devices, then I'm like, ugh.
I think that's what they're trying to say with this one. Yeah,
No,
this is effy.
this
This
is
is an
F
effy cover.
tier. You want to know
I
what?
hate it.
We
I
haven't
hate
done
it.
any F tiers. It's better than the butt, and
We
it's
haven't done any Fs. I thought the butt was the F,
oh
and I
no, I
thought like
meant
the other
we
one that
haven't
made us laugh.
done many Fs.
Oh, gotcha, gotcha,
And
gotcha.
then what was the other one? It had like a scythe or something in it.
I don't
I
remember, but
believe it was no, it's not that one. What one did we put in? Oh,
fucking.
Iron Maiden Dance of the Death, or Dance
Let
of
me see
Death,
this
that
one.
had all the like 3D bodies, and it was Eyes Wide Shutty.
Yeah, that Eyes Wide Shutty one. There was one that made me like laugh bad. Maybe it was the Ed. No, it wasn't Ed Hunter. That one's good. Edward the Great, perhaps. No, that was a
No, it
good one
was
too.
Final Frontier or whatever it was called.
I want to see it again because I've already forgotten what it
It's the
looks
one where
like.
it's like an alien, and it has like a space fork and a space knife about to like eat into a head, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, anyway, we got it. We got it now, there, right?
Yeah, that's it, guys. This is our tier list, and as I said, more than half of the albums are B and above, and no, and most of these we technically rated as S, but then we had to delegate only because my screen would be pushed down, and then you wouldn't be able to see the F tiers. That's the only reason we did it this way.
Are you able to take a screen? Because I can't see your tier. All I can see is you, which
You
is
you want
great. But I
I
can't.
can I'll quickly do this and just send it to you, but I can export this as just I'm gonna send it to you in Discord right now if I'm able to.
Yeah,
Uh,
okay. I'm just curious to see like where they all. I gotta. Oh, I gotta make people watch this. People can still watch this after we're done, right?
oh
They
yep,
can go back and rewatch
absolutely.
it.
Yep.
Right on. Sam's got to see this shit.
I can't send it to you right now because I have to full screen you on Discord in order to capture your face and all of that.
No excuse. Okay, whatever.
All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please check out
Yes, this is
Sweet
great.
Child of Time.
Yes, please do. That's our that's our Wheel of Time podcast. We're almost done with it. We got 3 episodes left to do, but we're actually on like the next to last episode. I've already watched ahead. You have not yet, but I'm ready. I'm ready to roll with the next episode, baby.
We are almost done with the TV series from
Right.
Amazon, Wheel of Time, but we're gonna keep going.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm ready to roll, man.
Mhm.
Yes.
And also, if you enjoyed Steve and I just chatting and whatnot, we are planning. There is a Wheel of Time video game from like 2000 or 2001. We're planning on doing that. It'll be a lot easier to do on my end because it's just setting up the game capture, and we don't need our faces being shown.
I don't know what I'm gonna be doing, but I know it's a first person shooter, so I'm gonna be shooting you, buddy.
I know you're just going to be watching me play the game as we chat and you explain stuff. It's not I don't think it's multiplayer.
Well, I'm gonna get it like a little Nintendo gun, so I can shoot you every time that
All right.
that you say something weird.
All right.
Which will be all the time.
I don't say anything weird. Guys, go to MLMpod.com, go to patreon.com/MLMpod, and check out the rom-com. Shelby's up in here. Check out Comatose, Komatose, wherever music is found, and give Hit People Guy a goddamn follow on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you guys for watching. I've been James.
And I'm Steve.